And we're going to lie down. If you don't want to lie on your front though, feel free to start off in a different position. We're going to be here for a minute or two before we start moving around, so just find a comfortable place to begin. So you can either hands wherever are comfortable as well. If you want to use them to make a pillow, you can, or if you'd rather them by your side and turn the head one way, so it doesn't matter too much which position you choose, just that you're comfortable. Okay, so we're going to start to focus on our breathing. So we'll breathe in and out through the nose throughout. Just take a slow breath in through the nose. Just feel your body pressing down into the floor as you expand. And then exhaling fully back out through the nose and just feel your body kind of falling down into the floor. Just continue to breathe slowly in your own pace. So we're just starting lying on our front if you just joined. We're just focusing on slowing our breathing down. So if you want to, set yourself an intention for the class. So whether you want to take it easier today, whether you want to work a bit harder, whether you want to focus more on what you're doing in each of the postures. So just set yourself a focus so you can get most out of the class. And throughout the class, just keep checking on how everything's feeling and make sure you don't go too far into the postures, or just anything doesn't feel right, make sure you stop or rest or find a different position. So we don't want any pain at all in the class. So just scan over your body now, just noticing how we're feeling. Just a couple more breaths. And on our next breath in, we're going to bend our right knee and bring our right foot up towards our bum. And then exhale, we'll bring the right arm around for the foot and just hold on to it if possible. Otherwise, we can use a strap on the foot and just bring your foot in towards your bum. At the same time, you can press the hips down into the floor whilst bringing the foot in a bit closer. You might want to see if you can lift the knee a little bit as well. Just notice how the front of that right thigh is feeling. You might not get much of a stretch here, but just see if you might be a lot. So just see what you're feeling. Intention is to stretch the front of the right thigh there. So continue to breathe slowly. So we're going to do 4 postures back to back on this one side. So from here we're going to bring our left arm now out to side. You can keep hold of the right foot for a moment and just move the left arm and reach it out to the left. Just claw it across and try and lower your left shoulder on the floor. Now let's let go of the right foot. Keep the right knee bent though. We can use our right hand to push into the floor. We're going to scorpion twist the right foot over behind towards the left hand. So there's a bit of a back bend. Keep reaching the right foot back, and then you can rest your head on the floor or on your right hand. And then again, just take some deep breaths here. So you can keep working quite hard if you want to by keep squeezing your glutes, your bum, or keep bringing your foot more behind you. And feel your hamstrings engaged there as well. You can be a bit more relaxed if you'd rather. Just try and find a comfortable position for that right leg to rest. So it's just starting off nice and slow, and then we're going to build. See if you can keep breathing fully. So one more inhale here. You're going to keep the right leg bent, and we're coming back to that foothold. So we'll slowly roll off the left arm. With our right arm, we're going to swoop behind for our right foot. And then with our left arm, we're going to prop ourselves up like a half sphinx. So bring your left elbow in under the shoulder, push the right foot back into the hand, And then prop yourself up, lifting the chest, and just check it feels okay for your back. If this feels good, you want to go a bit deeper. Again, check the right knee as well. If it feels any pain in the knee, just back off with the kick in. Otherwise, we can come higher on that left arm. So you can lift the left elbow off the floor if you feel you want to go a bit stronger there, a bit more of a back bend. And just keep lifting the chest. Keep drawing, being active through that left arm to keep drawing the left shoulder away from the ear. Keep pushing the right foot back into the hand. You can draw the chin in a little bit too, if you like. Just keep kicking back. Nice deep breaths into the front of the body. Be quite active through the left leg and push the left foot into the floor. Lift the left knee, engage the left thigh, and the right leg strong there as well. Glutes squeezing. So on the exhale then, we'll slowly lower ourselves down. We're coming into another twist. So the left arm's going to reach underneath us, over towards the right. And then let go of the right foot now and slide the right knee in to your chest. The right arm's going to reach behind you, so you're lying on your back. And you might need to lift the right knee up to allow your shoulders to rest, and then use your left hand to guide the knee back over the top. So play around with that right arm. You might need to wiggle your shoulders underneath you a bit more, and so they're more flat on the floor there. So another twist. Nice deep breaths. You might want to kick your right leg straight here as well, and we've had it bent for a while. It's up to you though, and feel free to straighten the right leg, and it'll give you a bit more of a stretch, or release maybe a bit more stretch in the back of the leg, side of the leg. Otherwise, just keep the right knee just bent and tucked on the foot can tuck on the left knee, or if it's comfortable on the floor there. So gradually go deeper with these stretches in time as well. So you might start with the quite gentle. So last stretch, is it 4 or 5 or so? We're coming into the half locust. So on the exhale, then we're going to slowly roll back off. So let's bend the right knee and let's roll back on the left arm. Bend the right, keep the right knee bent, and we'll be pushing into the right knee. So we'll smooth the arms out of the way and bring them underneath your shoulders. Push into the hands. Push into the right knee, start to lift the left leg straight up in the air, and you can have the head quite off the floor if you want to here, or you can rest the chin and lengthen the neck there. Make sure it's comfortable whatever head position you're doing. You can even lift your chest slightly if it's uncomfortable on the chest. You can push through the hands, and again just check that your shoulders feeling good. You won't want to roll them back and down, squeeze the elbows in, and you can rest the left leg on the right foot if you want to make it easier there. Otherwise, we're going to keep lifting. And the higher the left, the more back bend as well. So just check your lower back. A couple more breaths, and you'll do 4 cobras, move a bit more fluidly, and then we'll repeat on the other side. So on the exhale, then let's control everything down. And on the inhale, we'll start to lift the chest off the floor, press into both of the feet, hips. Just peel up as high as you like there, and then exhale as we lower. We'll do 4 of these all together, just moving in your own pace. Nice and fluidly. So 3 more. Inhale, we can wave ourselves back up really strong through the arms like you felt in that Sphinx. And then exhale as we let go. So 2 more. And once we've done all 4 then we're just going to stay lying on our front. And we can make a pillow with our hands like we started when you come down, and then just see how your body feels. So we'll be bending our left knee this time, and we'll reach around with our left hand. So we'll just bring your left foot in towards your bum. And then you can push the left hip down into the ground. You can bring your foot in a bit closer. You might want to lift the knee. Just find a stretch in that left thigh. Just relax here. So just keep hold of your left foot, just slide the right arm right out to the right. You might want to claw it over a little bit and try and lower the right shoulders down. And then we let go of the left foot. We use our left hand now to kick your left foot, or to roll onto the right side. So the left foot's going to sculpt into a kick behind towards the right hand. Then the head you can rest, make a pillow. Any variation here as well. Feels good in your body. You can be quite active by trying to kick that foot back a bit more, or lift the knee, twist a bit more. Just try and control your breath. So we've got the bow coming up. So on the exhale, then we're going to roll back off, keep the left knee bent. We'll roll back off the right arm, and then we'll reach around with our left hands for our left foot. Push the foot into the hand, start to lift the chest, and use your right arm as a prop to lift your chest up even higher. Keep kicking the foot away. Again, you can come higher on the right hand if you want to. You can lift your chest up even more, drawing the shoulder back, keep pushing the foot away. See how that left arm feels as well. And you can always change the position of the hands. So if you reach for the big toe side, you might find a different stretch on the arm. If you reach for the little toe side of the foot, you can always play around with that if you want to. Just play around with all of the stretches and see what different positions affect and how they feel in your body, what feels good for you. So from here we're coming into our spinal twist. So on the exhale we're going to back off, lower ourselves down, and the right arm's going to thread now to the left. So post the right arm through, the left knee's going to come into the chest, and then we'll slowly roll onto our back and reach our left arm to the side. So we're lowering our left shoulder down. Lift the knee up as much as you need to, the left knee might need to lift to lower the shoulder. And you can shuffle the right shoulder to the right a little bit too. And like last time, if you want to straighten out that left leg, you can always straighten it out to the side. But otherwise, just keep it bent. That might be too big a stretch as well, so just see what feels good. Nice deep breaths. Okay, and then our final posture here, slow and coming into our locust. So on the exhale, then we're going to keep the left knee, bring the left leg back in if you've straightened it. We're going to keep the left knee bent, or slowly roll back onto our front. And bring our hands under our shoulders as we roll on our front. Push the left knee down into the floor. Start to kick your right leg up in the air. So you can be quite low kick, or you might come quite high there with the right leg. You can rest the right leg on the left foot. You can just notice how you're holding your body, your shoulders, your neck, head. Just notice where there's tension building. So is it because you're working hard? So it might be that it needs to work hard. So your back, body, glutes, leg that's in the air, or even the one that's pushing down into the floor. The upper body, if you're pushing down into the hands. Or if there's something that doesn't need to be like back of the neck or the forehead, maybe you can try and relax the areas that don't need to be having too much effort going through. So just keep kicking the leg up, another inhale. And then exhale, lower ourselves down. So as inhale, let's wave ourselves back up. You might want to up dog now, otherwise cobra. And then exhale as we lower ourselves down. So we do 4 of these. So if you fancy an up dog, hands maybe to come a little further back. So we'll be waving ourselves up just like cobra. We'll be pressing into the front of the feet, and maybe lifting our thighs. And then exhale as we lower. And just see what feels good. No pain in the lower back. So really strong through the arms, wherever option we're going for. So keeping those shoulders drawn away from the ears. Really push down into the hands, try and lift the head off the shoulders. And then once you're done 4, we're just going to lie back down onto our front and just rest there for a moment. So you might want to start with 4 kneeling push-ups. Otherwise we're going to do 4 full push-ups. We're going to start with our forehead on the floor and our hands under our shoulders around about there. It might be different depending on your body. Now we'll tuck our toes under if we're going for the full one. We're going to lift the knees off the floor, otherwise keep the knees down. Then we're going to keep our chest and forehead down for a moment, just lift the hips. And you might want to tuck your tailbone under, or try and lengthen the lower back so it's not in an arch back then. Now from here, see if you can lift your chest off the floor, pushing into the hands. And then maybe lift the forehead and come all the way up into a plank. Now we can either stay still in plank, or we'll do 3 more presses. So on the exhale we can lower ourselves either halfway down, or if you want to lie all the way down, up to you. And then inhale, we can press back up. So we'll do 2 more. Exhale, we can lower either halfway and pause, or rest all the way. Inhale, push back up. And then last one, exhale, lower. Inhale, press back out, and then lift the hips nice and high. And we'll lengthen out into our downward facing dog. So you might want to pedal off the legs, or twist or sway. You might want to give the head a little shake. So keep checking on the elbows, the shoulders, so you can wrap the triceps under, or widen through the shoulders. Really push the floor away with the hands. Really lift the hips. So on the next breath out then, we're going to squeeze the elbows in towards each other. We're coming into dolphin pose, so just slowly lower the elbows to the floor. You might do one elbow at a time for this. And you might need to soften the knees a little bit here as well, so to keep lengthening the spine. Otherwise, if the hamstrings are quite tight, or it pushes you forwards, or by having the legs straight, feel free to bend them, try and lift the hips nice and high. So inhale, slide the right foot to back and out, lift the right leg up, so dolphin split. And then exhale, we'll bend the right knee, keep the left leg exactly where it is, just start to open the right hip a little to the right. So you might not find too much movement compared to down dog, you might find just the same. So see how you feel here. Notice how it feels being on the elbows compared to on the hands. So inhale, we'll level back out, and then we'll have a go at pressing up into our down dog from here. Otherwise, rest the foot, come into down dog, and then split again. So inhale, prepare, exhale, let's push up onto the hands, down dog split. And exhale, bring the right knee now towards the forehead. So move your body so shoulders on top of the hands. We'll be off the hands in a moment. Inhale, down dog split, so you can stay with us. So 3 more, exhale, right knee to forehead. Inhale, down dog split. So 2 more, exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, down dog split. And then last one, then exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, lizard lunge, the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So just pull it forward if it doesn't quite get there. A bit wider so you can sink down. So adjust your knee, adjust your foot so it's comfortable. Your hip feels good. So intention to get an inner thigh, hamstrings, glute stretch of this front leg. And then the front of that left thigh there. So you might want to drop down onto the elbows if you want a bit more. Or otherwise maybe a book's not ideal. It might be no, fall over. Blocks would be better if you have a block. Something that you can rest the book's not right there. So you can rest the elbows on is to come off the hands. You want to be off the hands. And the floor's too low, too deep. So try and calm your breath again. That could be handy for the next bit. Okay, so if you've got the left leg in here, really lift the left knee and really work that left back thigh as well there. Core muscles too, brace it. And then we'll soften the left knee, rest the left knee on the floor. You might need to come up on the hands, otherwise just stay down if you know we're going to hold the left foot. So like we did at the start, let's bend the left knee, bring your left foot to your bum. Just pad up the knee if it's uncomfortable and just keep working your hamstrings to try and bring your foot in closer. See how close you can draw your foot in with the muscles. Then if you haven't already, you'll circle the right hand in front and round and up. Lift your chest and then maybe reach backwards for the foot there. And now we can just let go of the hamstrings by just letting the foot drop into the hands. And like we did in that bow, you can lift the chest, kick the foot back, add on a bit of back bend. You come back on the elbow if you want a bit more as well. Sink down, play around and see how different things feel. How does it feel to wing the knee as well maybe? Or keep that knee tucked in. Scooping that right outer hip in, or you might just play around with what you're doing there. Maybe slightly different angles of that back leg as well. How does that feel? So quite a big stretch in the front of the left thigh I found. So from here, let's slowly let go of the foot, control the foot to the floor, and cartwheel the right hand back to the front, heel toe in the right foot in a little bit. So you can push into the right foot and come into a forward bend at the front of the mat. So just lift the hips, and then you might want to come up on your shins or on your thighs, just give the legs a little shake off there. So be twisted in the other way. This is where the book might be handy or your block. So we're going to have our right hand on the floor. We're going to soften the right knee and straighten out the left leg. It may not straighten, but just work to straighten it. Inhale, we'll take a big circle with the left hand. We're going to do 4 circles. So big circle, turn the chest open to the left, and then exhale, hand down. So 3 more circles. Inhale. You can play around with the different leg positions as well. Hand can be on the floor for more. So inhale, just go at your own pace. You can even follow the hand with your gaze. Last one. And then we're going to reach up with our left hand. Inhale, left hand on our lower back. And you might even hook onto the right thigh. You can maybe even work to straighten out the right leg as well. Just check how that feels. Otherwise you can just keep the right knee soft there. Push into that right hand to help you twist. Keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Neck where it's comfortable. So just let go of the left hand back, let's reach it back out, inhale, and then exhale back into your forward bend. Again, inhale, we can lift up halfway, create a bit of space. Exhale, we're stepping the left foot back behind us. So we're going to come into a higher up lunge this time. So feet are staying hip width. We're going to keep scooping that right outer hip in. And now we'll circle the right hand, just one circle. Right hand's going to reach up. And let's put the right hand behind our back. Now from there, you can keep pushing into the right foot. Let's get less weight in the left hand and cross your left elbow over the right knee. And just gently use the elbow to push into the knee to allow you to twist a bit deeper. And keep squeezing the inner thighs together. More intense, you can get more weight onto that right foot, lean your body a bit more into it. Push off that left foot behind you. You might need to shuffle the left foot back a bit more as well if you're pushing really forward with that knee. And just notice how you're holding your spine, keep drawing your belly in. Keep slowly breathing, notice the difference between the first lunge twist and this lunge twist. Hopefully we're creating a bit more heat now, starting to warm up a bit more. Okay, so from here, another breath in. Exhale, let's drop the left hand down to the floor again. Circle the right hand back round to the ground. And then inhale, let's slide the right leg back up into our down dog split. Exhale, let's slowly drop down onto our forearms like we did at the start. And again, let's bend the right knee and turn our hip open to the side. Now to create a bit more space, you might want to slide the right hand a bit more. Lift up onto your right hand. So we've got our left elbow staying in dolphin, right hand in down dog. And now push so we can open up a little bit deeper in this variation. Keep bringing your foot to your bum, keep lifting the knee. That leg might be a few minutes, so you can keep working it. Okay, and then inhale, we'll level back out. And then exhale, down dog. Lift the left elbow and drop your right foot down. So take a vinyasa. Inhale, let's roll forward into plank. Scoop the elbows in, exhale, lower yourself either halfway, straight into an up dog or all the way down into cobra. Inhale and exhale, let's press backwards into our downward facing dog. Inhale in downward dog, exhale, squeeze the elbows and slow down into dolphin. Inhale, lift the left leg up in the air this time. So full dolphin, both elbows staying down. Let's have a go bending the left knee and opening the left knee upwards towards the ceiling. Keep scooping that right outer hip in rather than swaying to the right there. So keep that right leg the same. Might notice less of a twist. In this position, might notice more, I don't know, everyone's different. Inhale to level that left leg back out. Exhale, let's lift up into down dog with the left leg in the air, and then exhale again, left knee to forehead. So 4 left knees to forehead. Inhale, kick back, down dog split. Exhale, left knee to forehead. Inhale, down dog split. So 2 more, exhale, left knee to forehead, really push the floor away with the hands. Inhale, down dog split, and then last full one, exhale, left into forehead, really round in between the shoulders. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, lizard lunge. Left foot to the outside of the left hand, so staying low. Breathe in. And then exhale, we'll melt ourselves towards the floor. And again, you might want to use a block for the hands, or even fists if you don't have blocks and the floor's too low. And then the more you sink there, the deeper inside of that left leg. And then that right leg, you might want to keep it strong and in the air, otherwise you can rest the knee if you do want to go a bit softer. So just really pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay, let's drop the right knee down, pat it up if we need to, and we'll bend the right knee more and bring your foot towards your bum. So you can just use your muscles there to bring your foot in and keep squeezing there to how close you can bring your foot to your bum without holding. And then you might want to come onto the hands as well, otherwise we can stay low. Inhale, we'll circle the left hand, just one circle all the way around, lift the chest, and then reach back for your foot. And then once you've got your foot, you can just let it hang or drop back into the hand. Lift the chest up, push the foot, or even kick the foot away from you. You might play around with winging the knee or keeping that knee tucked in, so play around with how you're holding. Intention is to stretch the front of the right thigh, hip flexors, so maybe abdominals feeling there. Bit of a twist as well, so sides, left shoulder, chest. And then from there, then exhale, we'll slowly let go of the foot, control the foot to the floor as you circle the left hand back, and then heel toe the left foot in about hip width. So you really push into the left foot, we'll step the right foot to the front of the mat, and just come a bit higher so you can shake off the legs if you need to. So we've got 4 circles to the right, so our left hand's coming on the floor or on the block. You're going to bend the right knee and work to straighten, bend the left leg, work to straighten the right leg. Inhale, take a big circle with the right hand. You can push into the left hand to help you twist. And then exhale, drop it down. 3 more, inhale, big circle. Maybe you can work to straighten the legs too, see how that feels. So 2 more, nice and easy. Follow the hand with your gaze if you like as well. Last full one then. See how that arm's moving, shoulder. And then we'll pop the right hand behind the back and just hold for a little bit longer here. We can play around with how you're standing through the feet. What you're doing with the legs, what you're doing with the hips, spine, chest, neck. How you can use the left hand to increase the twist. Inhale then, let's reach the right hand back up, and then exhale back into your fold. Inhale, half lift, keep the left foot still, exhale, right leg's going to lunge behind us. So staying high, inhale 1 circle with the left hand, so big circle towards the left leg, and then pop the left hand now behind the back. Push into your left foot, get weight that's on the right hand if you want a bit more. Cross the right elbow over the left knee, and then just gently press the knee into the elbow back into the knee. So give yourself a bigger twist there, as long as it feels okay. Then you can keep lifting the right knee, be active through that back right leg. You can push off the right foot, send more weight into the left foot as well to work that left front leg. Oh, falling over now. Keep bracing, draw your belly in, keep drawing the shoulders down, lengthen the neck. Just notice what you're feeling. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And just feel the weight through the feet, toes, back foot. Try and steady your breath. Bit of balance here as well. So let's let go of the right hand, can reach back down. Big circle again with the left hand. Inhale. And the left hand down, kick backwards. Down dog, split with the left leg. So inhale. Exhale, let's drop down into our dolphin again, split. So our forearms down, left leg in the air. Start to bend the left knee, turn the hip open. And now you might want to slide the left arm a bit forward and lift it onto the left hand. So we're just in a half down dog on the left side and half dolphin on the right side. You might find yourself give a bit more space there, and the shoulder side to turn open a bit more there. And then from there we'll level back out and lift back into our downward facing dog. Exhale, then we can roll forward into plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down either halfway or all the way for a cobra or an up dog. Inhale, and then exhale, we'll press backwards into downward facing dog. So before we do round 2, we'll inhale, come onto our tiptoes. Exhale, we'll bend the knees up, we'll walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, we'll lift up halfway again. And then we come into a little tiptoe squat. So exhale, let's slowly melt towards the floor, open the knees out, and then just fold inside the legs. You can just rest the hands for a moment. So we're going to have a go at either crow or fallen angel. And then, so it's basically a side crow variation. So the first option, if you're quite new to the balance, we'll start with crow. But I think we're all pretty not new to balance. But we'll have a go crow first anyway. So like your chaturanga, your presses, we'll bring the knee above the elbows, lift the hips, reach your chest forward, push into the floor with the hands, and just take a couple of breaths in crow. Not too long, so we'll save the rest, save the core. As soon as you've ready for side crow, we'll just bring the knees in towards each other. And then we'll bring our hands then out to the right. So like all those twists we've been doing, it's quite a big twist. I'm going to turn this way. So we keep our knees together now, and then the right knee is on the left elbow. If you're new to side crow, you can put your right hip also on the right elbow. Otherwise, you can keep that arm free away from the hip. So I'll do the easier variation. So the elbow and knee are the ledge. The hip and knee are balanced on the elbows. You can scoop the hips up. It's quite lower to the ground there if you have both connected there. The next option will be a bit higher, so the right arm is staying free, the knees just on the left elbow. Lift the hips. This one you want to reach your chest to the side, scoop the hips up. And then it's the same scooping action to drop the head towards the floor for your fallen angel. So that's it, go for it if you know it. So exactly like that last one, we're going to rest the side of the head down, but we're still keeping the weight through the arms. Then you're going to swivel the knees towards the floor and lift the hips even higher. Then you can maybe lift up the left leg right the way in the air, like a locust in a way to one side. It's a little bit easier in a way than side crow because you can use your head as another point to balance. So that as long as there's not loads of weight going in through the neck or anything like that, a lot is through the hands, it's just there to stop you. So one more time, we'll do both sides. So practice, that's so nice. And then there's variations to kick that underneath leg straight, it's not nice. So try both sides. So keep working that side if you prefer that side, and then we're going to bring our left knee onto our right elbow. So our hands are to the side of the mat, like our crow, we lift the hips up, reach your chest aside, push into the hands, and then scoop the hips up. You kind of scoop the feet up, it was a bit too much there. Okay, and then the next option will be to bring the head down towards the floor like locust. Again, you don't have to put much weight through the head, so just be careful of the neck. So again, we're leaning our head towards the floor, that gives us a bit of balance as well. We scoop the knees towards the floor, and then we have a go at lifting the outside leg, the right leg, upwards. Okay. Whew. Rest time. When we've had enough of that, a rest in down dog, like a walk step, or if you want to hop. Anyway, we're pressing backwards into down dog. You might want a child's pose, just drop the knees down and come off the hands for a moment, otherwise you just stay here for a couple of breaths. Okay. So as inhale then is coming to down dog, give you a rest in. Now no dolphin, we're going to down dog split with the hip open. So let's reach the right leg to the back of the mat, lift it directly up, and then exhale, bend the right knee and start to turn the hip open to the side again. Just notice how much space you got, how much movement, how much you can twist, and keep bringing your foot to your bum. So inhale, we can level back out, no full knees to forehead here yet. Exhale, just rest, bring the right foot to the inside of the right hand. Okay, now we're going to do our knees to forehead. Exhale, let's bring the left knee to meet the forehead. So we want to sit as deep to the floor as we can into our right foot. So bring the left knee to the forehead, and then inhale, step the left foot as far back into your lunge as possible. So 3 more knees to forehead. Exhale, left knee to forehead, really sit low into that right foot, and then inhale, kick back. 2 more, exhale, left knee to forehead, really crunch up there, curl up, and then inhale, kick back. And then last one, then exhale, left knee to forehead, really sit low into that right foot, right leg, and then inhale, kick back. Revolve half moon coming up, then exhale, left knee to forehead, sit really low, and now our left hand's going to come onto the block or onto the floor in front of us, not by the foot, a little bit more forward. Now we're going to lift up into like a warrior 3. So push into left hand, straighten the right leg, kick your left leg up in the air behind you. And then you can put your right hand on your back if you like, and then just level off your hips. So we tend to want to try and open to half moon here, we're twisting the other way. So you're going to start to then lift your right shoulder or chest open to the side, and maybe even reach your right hand upwards towards the ceiling there. Okay, really kick that left heel away, work to straighten the right leg. So you can come higher on a block, that will help you to straighten the right leg more, and then we can stack a little bit easier there. It makes a bit less challenge in a way, or we can stack. So if we're feeling we want to stay there, just stay there a bit longer, otherwise we're going to do the foot hold. So on the exhale, we're going to curl back up again, left knee towards the forehead, right hand's going to reach around the right leg for your left foot. And again, we're going to kick back up into that last position, but push the foot into the hands like we did in the lizard lunge earlier. Turning your chest over to the side, lifting the knee, pushing the foot away. So keep breathing, keep bracing. It's a bit more stretch on the right leg here as well. So just a few more breaths. And on the exhale, slowly let go, straighten back out, big circle with the right hand, and then we're back into our forward folds at the front of the mat. Exhale. So as inhale, let's lift up halfway. And exhale, we're going to fold, but reach now with our right hand for either our left knee or our left foot. We're still sitting on this right foot. And then on your next breath out, we're going to really push down into your right foot to roll up with your either left foot or left knee. Left hand can just come onto your left hip. So just slowly roll ourselves up to stand. We're holding the knee off foot. Now we're going to twist the opposite way, so turn the chest open to the left, and then maybe start to straighten the right leg, otherwise just keep the knee with the hand. And you might even reach the left hand behind you. So we've got 4 twists or 4 circles with the left hand. So as inhale, let's reach the left hand up and right hand upwards towards the ceiling, turning the chest open. And then exhale like a half circle, we'll circle ourselves back open to the side. Bend the knees easier as well. 3 more, inhale as we reach the hands up to centre. What we're doing. Exhale, open to the left. So 2 more, inhale, let's circle back to centre. Try and balance, keep bracing, exhale, twist. And then last one, then inhale, circle back to centre. Out your quads, exhale, twist. Inhale, circle back to centre, let's lower the left foot down. And exhale, come back into our forward fold. So we're going to keep the right foot forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, lunge our left foot away again. So as inhale, 1 circle with the right hand like we did earlier, big circle, right hand on our back. Exhale, either keep the left hand on the floor or left elbows crossing over the right knee, like we did earlier. And now soften the left knee. You might want to bring the feet hip width if they're not already, it'll be easy to balance. Push down into your front foot, try and keep the twist in your body as you roll yourself up to stand. And then like that last standing twist, we're going to now twist the opposite way. So reach the hands apart, we're going to hold. So keep drawing your belly in, keep drawing the shoulders down, keep working your sides to twist, keep the legs the same as lunge. Try and lengthen your tailbone down or try and pull the hip points towards the ribs. Keep dropping the shoulders, keep breathing. So keep pulling the hands apart. Couple more breaths. Maybe bend the left knee a bit more if you want a bit more. On the back leg as well. And on the exhale, let's cartwheel the hands down. Push away the floor, inhale, right leg's lifting back up in the air. Okay, so we might want to widen our base here as well. So let's bend the right knee, turn the hip open like the first one. You might want to bring the right arm a little bit wider, if that feels okay for the arm, shoulder, elbow. And then we'll take the left hand to the left. And we might try this, my glutes are burning, so you can stay with it. We might try and hold on to your right foot with the left hand. Otherwise, just keep your left hand wide and more weight on the right hand if that's okay. So maybe reach. Where is it? That's it. Try and keep your body fixed. Just moving that hand with the foot. Okay. When you're ready to move on, we'll just level back out, land the foot down. Stick with vinyasa if you fancy it, otherwise you just stay in down dog. So you can inhale, rolling plank. Exhale, lower front cobra or an up dog. Inhale and then exhale backwards into downward facing dog. Just the other side. So down dog split. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, turn the hip open. Keep that right leg the same. Really push away the floor. Push back into that right heel. Inhale, level back out. Exhale, left knee to forehead and rest the foot down inside the left hand. Get yourself ready. Easy, you can come higher as well on blocks. Exhale, right knee to forehead. Try and sit really low in that left leg. Lower to the floor with the hips harder. And then inhale, kick your right foot back. 3 more. Exhale, sit really low. Try and keep the heel grounded. Inhale, kick back. 2 more. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, kick back. And then last one, then exhale, sit really low. And inhale, kick back. Revolved half moon, we're twisting to the left. So our right hand's going to stay on the floor, exhale, curl up. Right hand's on the block or on the floor. We're going to start to lift our chest away as we kick the right leg out, like a half moon. Like a warrior 3. Left hand then can circle around onto your lower back and you just feel how your hips are. And try and level them. Maybe then turn your left shoulder open to the left, or chest to the left, maybe reaching upwards and gaze up with that left hand. Okay, so really kick that left leg straight behind, right leg straight behind you. Work to straighten the left leg. Otherwise we can stay with warrior 3, that feels better. These twists again, a lot of twisting. So we may take the foothold, exhale we can curl up. Right knee comes in, bend the left leg, reach the left hand onto your right foot. Again, as we lift our chest, we can work to straighten out the left leg, kick the foot back into the hand. And it's a bit easier with the block on that left leg. And feel to lift the chest, it will feel. Use that foot to leverage the stretching through the arms as well. Lift the knee. Once you've done enough there, exhale. Ooh, a little bit longer. Once we've done, we can slowly straighten back out, take a big circle with the left hand, and then exhale back into our forward fold. Shake off the legs, we can inhale, lift up halfway, shake up. And then exhale back into our fold. So we're coming up with the right leg this time. So our left hand's going to come to a little toe side of the left foot or onto the knee. And then right hand can come onto the right hip. Push into your left foot, and then on the exhale we'll roll up with the right leg. Actually on my left leg. It's a lot of work on my left leg. Okay. Once we're standing up, so we can stay with this left leg, we can maybe kick the right leg straight, or we can keep the knee bent. Ouchie, my left leg might want to shake off. Let's see if we can stay with that. So let's reach the right hand behind if you want to, a bit more twist. And then we're going to take 4 breaths in and out. So inhale, let's circle the right arm around it up, both arms up. And then exhale, open out to the side. Harder, keep the right leg straight, otherwise bend the knee. Try to stay upright as you can. Inhale, reach the arms to centre. Ouchie, exhale, twist. This side is feeling a lot harder now. Inhale, reaching up, try to stay with it. Exhale, twist. Up, bending legs, inhale, reach. And exhale, twist. Okay, inhale, reach yourself up to centre. Exhale, let's lower the right foot down. Let's come down into our forward fold there. Well done. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lunge the right foot back. So keeping the left leg still at the front. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, big circle with the left hand, last bit on this left leg. Left hand behind your back, and then weight into that left foot. Let's cross your right elbow over the knee. Right knee on the floor easier, right hand on the floor easier. Otherwise, we're going to bend the right knee, breathe in. Breathe out. Let's see if we can keep the twist on our body, just unravel to an upright position, and then pull the hands apart now the opposite way. So you've got to really work your core to twist. That's it. Drop the shoulders, steady your breath. If you want more, maybe sink the right leg towards the floor, left thigh more parallel to the floor there. Drop the shoulders. If you want to turn the neck, turn the gaze to you though. Notice how you're holding your lunge. Do with your body, play around. Brace in. Keep trying to pull the hands apart. A couple more breaths, nice slow ones. Inhale then, let's inhale. Exhale, let's cartwheel the hands down. Let's shake off then in our down dog split. Last down dog split, then we've got the foot hold, so left leg up in the air. Exhale, bend the left knee, turn the hip open, and then you might want to go wider with the right foot and left hand away from each other, so it gives you a bigger base. My left glutes are really feeling it still, so see if we can stay a bit longer. Right hand can reach out to the right. Grip the floor with the left hand, keep your gaze still, keep your body as still as possible as you lift the right. Reach for the left foot. When you're ready to move on, we'll land the left foot down. Final vinyasa if we want it, otherwise just staying down dog for a moment or child's pose. So inhale, plank. Exhale, we can lower. Cobra or up dog, inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so inhale, lifting onto tiptoes. Bend the knees if we'll walk, step or hop to the front. Inhale, wave halfway up. And then exhale, let's come into a little crouch step position, opening the knees, and then just melt inside. If you've had enough on the hands, we'll just lower your bum to the ground. We can just do a nice diamond shape or a wide leg fold, or anything that feels nice for you. Glutes, maybe a bit of a maybe square pose or something like that. Otherwise, we're gonna do our final arm balancing. So kind of similar when we did our fallen angel, if you did that, would be the headstand to side crow. We've been practicing a little bit recently. Whereas you're definitely getting the weight through the head in headstand. So fallen angel, not so much. So if you've never done a headstand and you don't have a wall and it's not good, just practice a forward crow or something different. Otherwise, just have a go at bringing the knees in. We'll start off with the headstand and then we can maybe move into it then after. If you know it, try it and have a go at just going for headstand to side crow both sides. So we'll have our hands just like we did with our crow, and our head's going to come in front rather than inside the hands. If we're inside the hands, it's going to be quite hard to use the arms to balance. So you want our head with a less stable base legs, like a tightrope. So the head wants to be quite forward of the hands. Then we can squeeze our elbows in. So my head's quite far in front, my hands are quite far back. My elbow's pretty much stacked over the wrist, so I can push the floor down. I'm trying to draw my shoulders away, create nice length in the back of the neck as well. So see how that feels. If that doesn't feel good, just come back down. Otherwise we can lift the knees, see how that feels. If that doesn't feel good, come back down. Always have a go at lifting up one right knee on my right elbow, push the knee onto the elbow and have a go at lifting up the other knee onto the elbow. And then you can just stay in this little crouch position. From there you can start to lower the hips down but keep the knees in contact with the elbows. You kind of roll a little bit onto the forehead, you push the floor away. Oh, a bit too much roll there, so you can lift up into crow from there. And then otherwise we can do crow the other way into our head, start nice and controlled. You might want to lift the legs both up. Then we can start to bring the knees onto the opposite arm. So your side crow and then have a go at lifting. Come back. And then try tic-tacs. Okay, it's quite fun. Otherwise, any headstand, any crow, any side crow, or fallen angel one more time. It's quite a nice prep to get yourself controlling your body down to the ground on one side. So just spend another 30 seconds, but feel free to sit down anytime. So, there you go. Slowly back. Okay. So when we're ready to move on then, just keep going there though if you want to keep working there. We'll come into that diamond, or maybe a wide leg fold. So you can bring the feet out, wiggle so you're nice and upright. And then just take your time to fold inside the legs. Just relax the shoulders, you might want to circle the head or give it a little shake. If anyone's finding it hard to sit up, you can sit on a block here if you're feeling that we're kind of just rolling back. Otherwise, maybe happy baby is another option. And then from here then we'll just slowly bring ourselves back up, slowly slide the legs in. And bring the hands behind our backs. And just roll the shoulders together. You can lift and lengthen the neck. You might want to drop the ear to one side of the shoulder and then the other. You might even start to lengthen the chin back. Make sure your neck's okay. And you might even lift up into tabletop and then at the same time lengthen the front of the neck by letting the head reach back. So instead of just dropping the head back, you can try to reach the head away from your shoulders first. So you're creating more space in the cervical vertebrae. Otherwise, just make sure it's good whatever you're doing for your neck. And then from there, then we can lower your bum back down and reach for your knees and rock back onto your back. So we'll do one more back bend here as well. So we'll lift up into our shoulder bridge. You set the feet in about hip width. Push into the feet, press into your back as you roll up, your shoulders, and then hold yourself in shoulder bridge. So you might want the shoulder stretch where you interlace the hands underneath you walk the shoulders, or you might want a full upward facing bow, and that'll be nice for the front of the neck as well maybe. So again, just check the shoulders are okay with these, your lower back, if all the back bends feel good. Your shoulders don't feel like they're restricted. Not trying to force past anything. We can lift up maybe onto the hands, let the chin or the head drop back, lengthening the front of the neck. Otherwise, any shoulder bridge. So if we're stood up in bridge, you can just undo the hands if you interlace them, and then breathe out and lower yourself onto your back. And you just heel toe the feet into another diamond shape, just let the knees drop, open, and relax there. So we've done a lot for the outer thighs in those twists. It's nice to do some inner thigh stretching. The inner thighs maybe we've been working quite hard in those postures as well, squeezing them together. The same with the arm balancing as well, squeezing the inner thighs together, so just lengthen out the inner thighs a bit more. So either staying put here, or we'll lift the feet into our happy baby next. So you can hold the ankles, hold the feet, hold the legs, and start to lift the leg. You might even go for a straighter happy baby, so you can keep the left leg quite bent and maybe start to reach the right leg more out to the side, keeping the hips grounded and your lower back pressing down. And then we can keep alternating the legs there. Hold the feet where it's comfortable as well. You can always link your breathing to this movement as well if you like, so you can maybe exhale as you bend the knee and then inhale straighten. Or you might want to hold for a few breaths and then keep alternating. Or you might even just do both. Once you've done the same both sides, you might even go for both legs out to the side, like that wide leg fold, or just a standard happy baby. Or if anyone, maybe even yogic sleep pose, where you bring the legs behind the head and you kind of, they're your pillow then. So if there is any stretch that feels good for you, feel free to do whatever that is. And we'll be in our final stretch then. So if there is a stretch your body really fancies doing to finish, again, just feel free to do what you like. Otherwise we'll come into our plough and we take the chin length and look the other way to those, like that shoulder bridge in a way. So we can press into the elbows, a bit of a rock to catch your back, and you can keep the hips low to the ground so it's not so much of a stretch. And the knees can stay quite bent. And then if you bring the hips more and more behind, you notice this stretch change. So make sure your neck's okay. You can always bring the legs more behind. They might be in the air behind you, so they don't have to touch the floor. You might want to lift them up into a shoulder stand. So from here, whenever you're ready, then we'll be coming back into Shavasana. So if anyone does prefer to put something underneath the knees or put a blanket, or to be in a different position, you might want to do a seated Shavasana. It's a different pose, seated like meditation instead. So feel free to adjust yourself, get comfortable. And we're just going to close our eyes. Just if you're lying on your back there, just let your body just rest and relax. Give yourself this time as well to relax the mind, so see if you can stay in the moment and use a focus point to keep your mind from being busy thinking. So your breath, you can just follow your breath. And just slowly start to make little movements again. Move your fingers or your toes. Maybe rocking your head or legs, feet, arms side to side. Maybe stretching the arms behind you or giving the knees a hug to your chest. And then any way that you like, whenever you're ready to come to sit, or just slowly lift yourself to sit. And we'll just take a big stretch upwards, big breath in. And a big breath out, bring your hands down in front of you. And thank you so much everyone for joining this morning.